Hello students, as in the last lecture we had completed with the type number 5. I hope you all understood the type number 4 as well as type number 5, and we saw the difference between the type number 4 and 5. In the type number 4 it was 1 upon integration 1 upon sin x cos x, and in the type number 5 it was integration 1 upon sin 2x and cos 2x. Today we're gonna see the next new type again, which is very important from the integration chapter, that is type number 6. So here we have the format. As I told, how to remember all the three type number 4, as I told, to remember the type number 4 as integral 1 upon sin x cos x, type number 5 as integral 1 upon sin 2x cos 2x, and type number 6 as integral 1 upon sin square and cos square. Okay, so sometime the question will be in this form: integral 1 upon a plus b sine square x. Sometime the sine square x will be replaced by cos square x, or sometime sine square and cos square it will be both together. Okay, so now first we'll see the format, we'll see the step, what exactly we have to do here. So here the step number 1 is what? Whenever we have the pattern of the question like this, 1 upon a plus b sine square x or else cos square x, the step number 1, it says that always and always you have to divide the numerator and denominator by cos square x or sin square x. So it is on you. If you want, you can divide the numerator and denominator by cos square or else sin square, but I will suggest to divide the numerator and denominator by cos square. It will actually make the sum easier when you divide the numerator and denominator by cos square. It is not compulsory that you have to divide with the cos square only. You can divide with the sin square also. So we'll see the difference when you divide with the cos square, what will happen, and if you divide with the sin square, what will happen. Okay, so in the step number 1, it is clearly mentioned that you have to divide the numerator and denominator by cos square or sin square. In the step number 2, it says that replace sec square or cosec square. So whenever you will divide the numerator and denominator, you will see in the sum place sec square. Whenever you will divide with sin square, you will see cosec square, because 1 upon cos square is sec square and 1 upon sin square is cosec square. So it is on you. If you want to divide the numerator and denominator by cos square, you can, or else you can divide with sin square also. So when you will divide with cos square, so that 1 upon cos square will replace by sec square and 1 upon sin square will be replaced by cosec square. But here I will suggest divide the numerator and denominator by cos square only. Whether it is sin square, whether it is cos square, always and always divide with the cos square only. Okay, so after replacing sec square or cosec square, if any in the denominator, if it it means what? If you see sec square anywhere in the denominator, if any in the denominator means if you see sec square in the denominator, see to that you have to convert that sec square in terms of tan and cosec square in terms of cot. It is compulsory that you have to convert sec square into tan. Okay, so here I will suggest to divide with the cos square only and replace that 1 upon cos square by sec square, and in denominator anywhere you see sec square, you will write sec square as 1 plus tan square x by using identity formula. So in short here I will write what? Numerator must contain only sec part, and denominator section it should contain only tan part, tan square, whatever it is here, sec square. Okay, numerator should contain sec, and denominator always and always it should contain tan only. If somewhere you see in the denominator sec square, you have to replace the sec square by tan. Okay, so remember this is the shortcut way. Always and always you have to convert the numerator in the form of sec only, and the denominator in the form of tan. In case if you see sec square anywhere in the denominator, you have to write sec square as 1 plus tan square. Okay, so here for this type number 6, we'll stick with only one pattern. We'll always and always divide the numerator and denominator by cos square. We'll replace that 1 upon cos square by sec square. If anywhere in the denominator if we see sec square, we'll write sec square as 1 plus tan square. Okay, then after that, step number 3 is what? You will start with let tan x equals to t. Here also you will take let tan x equals to t. Here it is little different. Now we'll find the derivative with respect to x directly. No need of shifting this tan to the right hand side. Direct tan x derivative is x square x, and t derivative is dt by dx. We'll shift this dx to the left hand side. So here you will get x square x into dx equals to dt. In short, here also in type number 6 also, each and everything it will get converted into t part. T. Each and everything it will get converted into t. Then after that, step number 4, it says that after substituting, the substitution reduced to the integration in the form of 1 upon quadratic. So here also in type number 6, it is clearly mentioned that it will get converted into integration 1 upon quadratic form, and we know that how to solve 1 upon quadratic section. We have to make the coefficient of square term 1 symbol should be positive. If middle term is present, you have to apply the third term. If middle term is absent, directly we can solve the sum. And there we have three formula. One is integral 1 upon x square plus a square. The second one is 1 upon x square minus a square. And the third one is 1 upon a square minus x square. And we know that when to apply this third formula, whenever the symbol of x square is negative. So in all the three cases, whether it is type number 4, 5 or 6, the common thing is what? In each and every type, the integral will convert into 1 upon quadratic form only. So that's why I told 1 upon quadratic will play an important role. Okay, so let's begin with the sum number 1. So here the first one, it says that I equals to integral 1 upon 1 plus 3 sine square x into dx. So we'll follow the step now. The step number 1, it says that we have to divide the numerator and denominator by cos square or sine square. We'll stick with cos square. Okay, not sine square. So here we'll write dividing numerator and denominator by cos square x, we get I equals to 1 upon cos square x, 1 upon cos square x plus 3 sine square x upon cos square x into dx. Okay, so step number 1 is what? You have to divide the numerator and denominator by cos square or sine square, but we'll stick with cos square only. Yes or no? So you're dividing each term by cos square, dividing numerator and denominator each term by cos square. So in the next step, what you will get, this 1 upon cos square, it will get converted into sec square by using the identity formula. 1 upon cos square will be what? Sec square Sine square upon cos square will be what? Tan square into dx. So here we know that sec square x is what? 1 upon cos square x by using trigonometric formula. Okay, so that was the step number 1. Step number 2 is what? Replace sec square or cos square if any in the denominator. If you see sec square anywhere in the denominator, as clearly we can see that here we have sec square, so we have to write the sec square as 1 plus tan square, because in simple language, in type number 6, the numerator should contain only sec part and the denominator should contain only tan part, means tan square. Okay, like this. And here sec square like this. Okay, so numerator should contain only sec part and denominator should contain only tan part. So here we have tan, so this part also we have to get converted into tan. So here we know that by using identity formula, sec square we can write as what? 1 plus tan square x. Yes or no? So therefore I will be equals to what? This will be same. It is clearly mentioned only to the denominator section, not to the numerator section. Wherever you see sec square in the denominator, okay, wherever you see sec square in the denominator, so that sec square will be replaced by 1 plus tan square by using identity formula. So here we'll write 1 plus tan square x plus 3 tan square x. Yes or no? So therefore I will be equals to integral sec square x upon 1 plus 4 tan square x into dx. I hope you all understood the step number 1 and step number 2. So what is the step number 1? Again we'll see, we have to divide the numerator and denominator by cos square or sine square, but we'll stick with cos square only. So here I divided each and every term of numerator and denominator by cos square. So that's replace sec square or cosec square, so that 1 upon cos square will be what? Sec square. If in the denominator wherever you see sec square, you can write sec square as 1 plus tan square. So here sec square we can write as sec square x, we can write as 1 plus tan square. In short, numerator should contain only sec part and the denominator should contain only tan part, tan section. So after this, here 1 I wrote same as it is, tan square x plus 3 tan square x is 4 tan square x. So done with the first and second part, and see to that numerator should contain only sec section and denominator it should contain only tan. If in case if you see in denominator anywhere in the denominator, if you see sec square, you will, by using the identity formula, you will convert that sec square into tan part. Okay, so now after this, what is the step number 3? We'll start with let tan x equals to t. Now we'll find the derivative with respect to t. Tan derivative is sec square x equals to dt by dx. Yes or no? So therefore dx will get shift to left hand side. So here sec square x into dx is what? Dt. And tan x is equals to what? T. I hope you all understood the sum till here. So we had completed till the step number 3. Now we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so now this substitution reduces to integration in the form of 1 upon quadratic. So here now the next step will write what? I equals to, in place of sec square into dx will write dt upon, in place of tan x will write t. Okay, so in place of sec square into dx we can write dt, and in place of tan x we can write t. So here tan square is there, so this will get converted into 1 plus 4 t square. So further this we can write as what? 1 upon 1 plus 4 t square into dt. As it is clearly mentioned that this substitution reduces to the integration in the form 1 upon quadratic. Okay, So as clearly we can see that, okay, here we have 1 in the numerator, and in the denominator it is a quadratic. Yes or no? But clearly we can see that a middle term is absent, and we know that whenever the middle term is absent, no need of using the third term concept, directly we can solve. But we'll stick with the property that, what is the property? Whenever it is a quadratic, we have to make the coefficient of square term 1. So we'll make this t square coefficient 1. So we'll bring 4 outside the integral. So but when it will come outside the integral, it will come with 1 upon 4, because 4 it is in denominator. Okay, and this will be t square plus 1 upon 4 into dt. So therefore I equals to 1 upon 4, 1 upon t square plus 1 upon 2 the whole square. Yes or no? So here now we'll check which formula, suitable formula we have to apply. As clearly we can see that the first section is the variable and second is number, and the connection is plus. So it look like the first formula, that is 1 upon x square plus a square. So it is 1 upon a tan inverse x upon a plus c. So integrating with respect to x, so here you will get, we'll keep this 1 upon 4 as it is. Okay, so 1 upon a, 1 upon a, so here a is what, 1 by 2 tan inverse x upon a. So here x is what, t, and a is what, 1 by 2 plus c. So here 1 upon 4 into this 1 upon 1 by 2 we can write as 2 by 1. So this 2 will go to the numerator. Yes or no? Into tan inverse, this we can write as what, 2 tan 2t, okay, upon 1 plus c. So the next part, this 2 ones are 2 twos are we can do. So 1 upon 2 tan inverse. So here we have 2t, so we'll replace this t, we'll resubstitute the value of t. So here tan x is t, so t will be what, tan x. So in place of t we can write as tan x plus c. So that's the end of the sum. So in this way you have to present the sum whenever the given integral it is in this form, that is integration 1 upon a plus b sine square x, or sometime it will be 1 upon a plus b cos square x, or sometime sine and cos, it will be both together. I hope you understood the sum. So once again we'll see what exactly we have to do. So the step number 1 is what, we have to divide the numerator and denominator by cos square. Then 1 upon cos square will be sec square. Then wherever in the denominator if you see sec square, you will replace the sec square by 1 plus tan square by using identity formula. Step number 3 is what, let tan x equals to t. Then when you will derive it with respect to x, this tan x will be sec square x and this t will be dt by dx. After that, sec square x into dx we can write as what, dt, and tan x we can write as what, t. So after substitution, the substitution will reduce to the integration in the form of 1 upon quadratic. Okay, so we know that how to solve 1 upon quadratic. Whenever the middle term is present, you have to apply the third term, and whenever the middle term is absent, so directly you can solve, but you have to stick with the method. It says that the coefficient of x square term should be 1 and symbol should be positive. Okay, after that you have to apply the suitable formula. Either the integral it will get converted into 1 upon x square plus a square, or else it will get converted into 1 upon x square minus a square, or else it will get converted into 1 upon a square minus x square. Okay, so now we'll take one more sum based on the type number 6. So let's see the next sum. Okay, so now we'll see what it says. Okay, so now, so here the second sum it is what, I equals to integration 1 upon 3 minus 4 sine square x. Okay, so let's see the method. The step number 1, it says that we have to divide the numerator and denominator by cos square. Okay, so 1 upon 3 minus 4 sine square x. So the first step is what? We have to divide the numerator and denominator by cos square. So we'll write dividing numerator and denominator by cos square x. So I will be equals to integral 1 upon cos square x upon 3 upon cos square x minus 4 sine square x upon cos square x into dx. So the next part will be what? This 1 upon cos square we can write as sec square x, yes or no? This we can write as 3 upon cos square as 3 sec square x. Sine square upon cos square we can write as tan square x, yes or no? Okay, so done with the step number 1. In the step number 2, it says that numerator should contain only sec part and denominator should contain only tan part. If you see sec square anywhere in the denominator, you have to replace the sec square by 1 plus tan square. Okay, only in the denominator section you will keep the numerator section sec square as it is, because numerator should contain only sec part as per the rule and denominator should contain only tan part. So here the sec square will replace by 1 plus tan square x minus 4 tan square x into dx. So therefore I will be equals to what? Sec square x upon 3 plus 3 tan square x minus 4 tan square x into dx. So therefore I will be equals to what? Sec square x upon 3, yes or no? 3. So here plus 3 tan square and minus 4 tan square, they are the like terms. So here plus 3 and minus 4, here you will get minus tan square x into dx. So here clearly we can see that numerator section is what? A sec square term and denominator it is tan square only. Okay, so the next part we know that what exactly we have to do. We'll take let tan x equals to t. So now derivative with respect to x is what? Sec square x equals to dt upon dx. So therefore sec square x into dx equals to dt. Okay, so now you will see I will be equals to what? Integral sec square into dx we can write as what? Dt. Tan x we can write as t, so here it will be t square. Okay, so further this we can write as what? 1 upon 3 minus t square into dt. As it in the step number 4 it is mentioned that this substitution will reduce to the integration in the form of 1 upon quadratic. Yes, it is in the it is in the form of 1 upon quadratic, but here also the middle term is absent, and we know that whenever the middle term is absent, what exactly we have to do. So here directly we can write was 3 we can write as what? Root 3 the whole square, and t we can write as t the whole square into dt. Okay, okay, so here clearly we can see that middle term is absent. So now we'll see which formula we have to apply here. As the first term is number and the second is variable, this integral look like what? 1 upon a square minus x square. And what is a square minus x square? It is 1 upon 2a log mod a plus x upon a minus x plus c. And I hope the rest part you can solve by yourself. So please try the remaining section by yourself. Okay, so let's check one more example based on the type number 6. Here the second sum is what? I equals to integration 1 upon cos square x plus 2 sin square x. So let's see again here also. I hope you can solve the remaining section by yourself. Okay, so we'll take one more sum. We'll follow the step. First step is what? We have to divide the numerator, dividing numerator and denominator by what? Cos square. We'll stick with cos square only. Okay, so therefore I will be equals to, so here we have cos and sin together, 1 upon cos square x upon cos square x plus 2 into sin square x upon cos square x into dx. So therefore I will be equals to 1 upon cos square x we can write as sec square x, cos and cos it will get cancelled, you can write as 1, and sin square x upon cos square we can write as tan square x. Here we can write as dx. Okay, so done with the step number 1. So now we'll move on to the next step number 2. Step number 2 is what? We have to replace sec square if any in the denominator, and numerator should contain only sec and denominator should contain only tan. As clearly we can see that the numerator section is only sec part and the denominator is only the tan part. We cannot see any sec in the denominator section, so it is perfect now. So now we'll move on to the step number 3. Step number 3 is what? You have to take let tan x equals to t, then derivative with respect to x. So tan x we can write as what? Sec square x equals to dt by dx. So therefore this we can write as sec square x into dx equals to dt. So tan x equals to t and sec square x into dx equals to dt. Okay, so now we'll substitute and we'll reduce the integration in the form of 1 upon quadratic. So therefore I will be equals to what? In place of sec square into dx we can write as what? Dt 1 plus 2. In place of tan we can write as t, so this will be t square. So therefore I will be equals to, this we can write as what? 1 upon, first we'll write the square term and then the number into dt. As clearly we can see that after substitution, the substitution reduced to the integration in the form of 1 upon quadratic. And I hope you all might be knowing how to solve the 1 upon quadratic section, as in all the type, whether it is type number 4, 5, 6, we had seen the 1 upon quadratic section. So in the first lecture only, when we were dealing with the sum of 1 upon quadratic part, that is type number 1a, there only I told that this section will play an important role in many type. Okay, so here we know that we have to make the coefficient of square term 1. So here we'll bring 1 upon 2 outside the integral, so this will be 1 upon t square plus 1 upon 2 into dt. Okay, so the next part will be I equals to 1 upon 2 will be same as it is. This we can write as t the whole square, and this part we can write as 1 upon root 2 the whole square into dt. Okay, understood? Then now we'll see it look like what? The first term is what? Variable, and the second term is number. So variable and the number, and connection is plus. So it look like first formula, integration 1 upon x square plus a square into dx is equals to 1 upon a tan inverse x upon a plus c. So we'll apply the formula, we'll integrate with respect to x. So this 1 upon 2 will be same as it is. Yes or no? So here it says that 1 upon a. So 1 upon a is what? Here 1 upon root 2 into tan inverse x upon a. X is what? T upon a is what? 1 upon root 2 plus c. Okay, then after that I equals to 1 upon 2 into, this will go to the numerator, into tan inverse this also root 2 t plus c upon 1. Yes or no? Further, if you want, this we can write as what, I equals to root 2 upon 2 tan inverse root 2 will resubstitute the value of t. T is what, tan x, yes or no, plus c. If you want, you can stop the answer here itself, or else you can rationalize with root 2. So when you will rationalize with root 2 upon root 2, so this part will be what, 1 by root 2. Okay, tan inverse root 2 tan x plus c. So that's the end of the sum. So in this way you have to present your sum. I hope you all understood the third example also. So for the type number 6, what is the change in the type number 6 compared to type number 4 and 5 is what? The step, it is different. The pattern of the question, it will be in the form 1 upon sine square and cos square. Here there is a proper method which you have to follow. As in the type number 4 and 5, type number 4 and 5 actually it was similar, but type number 6 it is completely different from the type number 4 and type number 5. So I hope you all understood the type number 6 each and everything, as here we took 3 example for the type number 6. So here I can say that is the end of the type number 6 and end of the all the 3 important type from the integration, that is type number 4, 5 and 6. So till now we had completed with the type number 1, type number 2, type number 3 we'll see afterwards in the next lecture. As I told, in the type number 3 we'll see afterwards. So in the next lecture we can start with the type number 3, and we had completed with the type number 4, 5 and 6. I hope you all understood each and everything till from the type number 1 to type number 6. Okay, so in the next lecture we're gonna see the type number 3. We'll continue with the type number 3, and then after that we'll see the type number 7. So integration chapter, you have to remember the chapter as type wise instead of exercise wise. Okay, so it will make the concept and sum easy. So till then, goodbye, see you in next lecture.